We are joined by Mr. Tribhuwan Adhikari, the MD and CEO at LIC Housing Finance, to talk to us about more on that. Well, disbursements have been a bit of an issue, right? Over the last 2 to 3 quarters, they have been a bit sluggish and remain a concern. When do you expect acceleration on that front?
Quarter 1 to quarter 2, quarter 2 to quarter 3, there have been improvements in disbursement. And as I said in the beginning, at the end of Q1 this year, we went in for two major reforms, if I may call it that. We went in for a technological upgrade, a complete fresh technological upgrade. And number two was we changed the organizational structure. The technological upgrade, yes, we had a lot of issues in the first 4 months of the current fiscal, but now it's totally settled down. As far as the organizational restructuring was concerned, yes, that has also taken some time because, again, it meant a lot of movement of personnel from place A to place B. Setting up shop, setting up the brick and mortar office, getting systems and equipments in place. That is now completely over, and you are seeing a significant, not significant, but a slight increase in the disbursements from Q on Q. Q4, there will definitely be another significant uptick as far as from Q3 is concerned. So looking forward, I'm pretty optimistic. I think we're all set and done. And I'm pretty optimistic looking forward. Our disbursements are going to show significant growth Q on Q.
Right. Let's talk about your assets under management, AUM. What kind of growth? In fact, this time we saw barely any growth. It was quite muted at 1.2% sequential. Do you think the growth rates will improve going into FY25?
Well, right now the AUM growth for year on year is about 5%. Yes, we had a guidance in the beginning of the year. We given a guidance of about 10 to 12% AUM growth. But as I said, these two major reforms have slightly pushed us back. But again, I believe this is a temporary thing, and it was bound to happen in view of the huge impact of the kind of reforms we had taken forward. But that was for the good and for the future. I'm optimistic that the AUM growth will come back on track, about 8 to 10%. And going forward to FY25, I think we should be registering a growth of about 12 to 15%.
Okay, so that's quite interesting and you have the visibility for that. But what does all of this mean for the NIMs? Because I think this time it was better than what you had penciled in. Going forward, is 3% kind of a sustainable number then?
So the NIMs are at the end of the quarter are up 3%, down by 4 basis points from previous quarter. Yes, we were expecting them to be slightly lower. If I remember, in Q2, we had given a guidance of 2.6 to 2.8, NIMs at 2.6 to 2.8 at the end of the current fiscal. Going the way we've been going, the way we've been able to sort of retain it, if I may say, at close to 3%. Going forward, at most, I see a visibility of we ending the fiscal between 2.8 to 3.
All right. Just before we let you go, the budget commentary this time around was quite positive on housing, especially in the urban side, urban middle class. Do you see that translating into opportunity for your company?
Definitely, it's an opportunity for all housing finance companies, including LIC Housing Finance. We are the biggest housing finance company in the country at present. So both PM Grameen as well as the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, we believe we'll be playing a big part in delivering the credit to the class for which it is intended. From what I hear, about 76,000 crores of budget outlay has been made by the Honorable Prime Minister for both these schemes, Pradhan Mantri Grameen and Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. In the past also, we played a big part in Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, if I may call it one. This being Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana 2, we would be playing a big part in it as well. I think in Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana 1, we disbursed about almost 46,000 crores of loans to the intended beneficiaries. This accounted for almost 15% of my disbursements over that particular period. Looking forward, being the largest housing finance company, I'm expecting a big share of whatever the government has provided for to come to us.
Okay, so that's a take on LIC Housing. We'll let you go on that note, sir. Thanks so much for joining us today.